Just my luck. I'm not going to tell any more stories today. Not today, I swear it. This tiny little stage is really annoying me. It's been poorly maintained for decades. It squeaks at the lights don't touch. I have long told our boss, Van Airy, that it needed to be replaced, but he would always brush me off, saying that he couldn't find a good carpenter to do the job. Today, when I was telling the story of the Wrath of Haishin, it would make that infernal squeak with every pose I would strike. Nothing could have killed the move more effectively. Everyone present burst out laughing, and some even made fun of me for it. I'm fed up with it. I must bring a good carpenter to see Van Airy. Then we'll see what other excuses he can come up with this time. You're from the Adventurers Guild, right? Can I just directly ask you to find a carpenter for me? Oh, my bad. You don't look like you're from around here. How can I expect you to know where to find good carpenters? Well then, how about you go to Chinsei Village and look for Master Lu at Famu Carpenters. He's known for good skills. Please ask him if he's willing to help me. He can send an apprentice if he's not available. Any carpenter from Famu Carpenters can manage the job, and if they build it right, that means we can finally have a befitting stage for Miss Yoon. I'm such a genius with this reasoning that I just came up with. I don't see how Arie could say no again this time. Just rest assured, as long as you bring the carpenter here, you'll be paid in full. And I'll be counting on you. I'm at the tea house every day. Come to see me when you found our carpenter. What's the hurry, young man? Would you like to sit down and have a cup of tea? Oh, it's not difficult to build a new stage, but I'm afraid I can't help. Liyue Harbor is too far away. No one will be taking care of Fanmu carpenters if I go. What's more, I'm too old to travel this far. It would take a toll on my fragile bones. Hang on a second. Since you travel all the way here, why don't I recommend someone capable to you? Although he's not yet my apprentice, I've been considering the possibility of accepting him. Master Lu, I'm almost done with the 4-chair set the village had wanted, but I ran out of wood for the last chair. Daiyu, thank you for helping out in the village. Speak of the devil, I was about to say that Daiyu can handle your request as well. Do you have a job for me? But I'm not yet Master Lu's apprentice, so I can't represent Lu's carpenters. Calm down there. They came from Liyue Harbor and want us to build a new stage for Heiyu Tea House. Oh, you want us to build a stage? Us means me and Master Lu. Did you hear that, Granny Ryokushin? Roshin? Yes, I did. Master Lu Daiyu really wants to be your apprentice. He only follows you around at Famu Carpenters, when there are so many other choices. He's a diligent and kind boy. It's time you gave the nod. Got it. I've already asked him to take jobs on my behalf. I think I've made myself quite clear. Thank you, Master. Daiyu, the first job I'm going to officially send you on is to build a stage for a Heiyu Tea House. Do your best and make me proud. Piece of cake. I've worked for the carpenter who built the stage for the J Chamber. Don't be so proud yet. The stage of Heiyu Tea House has lasted for decades. You gotta build a sturdy one for them, too. Oh, so this is all for Arie's tea house. How has he managed to never replace this tiny stage for so long? I'll take the job. Let me finish the last chair in the set, and I'll come with you. I'm sorry that you'll have to wait a bit. I need 3 pieces of pine wood for the last chair. I'm going to collect some. Well, if you don't want to wait, then you'll have to magically produce 3 pieces of pine wood right here, right now. So you really can do that? Then could I trouble you to bring me 1 red dye? Don't get so worked up. A great person like you must have a greater heart. Words in unknown script have been written upon this yellowed letter, a large portion of which has been splotched by some unknown matter. I don't know what that means. What's the point of the letter? World Pime, I can't read this at all. Who left it here? Thank you for your help. Have you found 3 pieces of pine wood and 1 red dye? Yes. There you go. Here they are. The last chair's finished. Here you are, Granny Ryoshin. Now time to head to the tea house. Take care, Master. I'll be back in a few days. Alright, be safe. Well then, if I leave now, I'll reach Liyue Harbor by tomorrow evening. See you at the Heiyu Tea House then. What do you mean? Don't tell me that you're still arguing amongst yourselves. Oh, I get it. Mr. Liyue wants to build a new stage. But he doesn't get to make the call here. Van Airy, who is actually in charge, isn't keen on building something new. Fine. Just let me know when you 2 have things sorted out. I've just had a tiring trip and would like to get some rest while waiting. This is just great. Be patient. Let me try talking to him again. Arya, if you don't want to spend a small sum of money on this stage, you'll lose a big fortune in the future. Just think about it. Every time Miss Yoon gives her marvelous spear flourish performance, the audience will hear the squeak of the stage before they even get to applaud. Isn't that simply embarrassing? The Yunhan Opera Troupe isn't obliged to perform at our tea house. They'd go somewhere else if they're displeased. That'd be a huge loss on our side. Miss Yoon is a dear friend. She would never do that to me. You're quite an optimist, aren't you? But I heard that many people have chosen to go to third round knockout instead of our tea house lately. Iron-tongued Cheon has gotten even more popular than me. Could you try to be a little more realistic? With all the money Miss Yoon has earned for the tea house, don't tell me that you can't even afford to build a new stage. Did someone just call my name? Oh, it's you, Mr. Liyue. You look angry. What happened? It's nothing. I'm not angry. Actually, well, are you here to perform today? I'm just here to have some tea and pay you and Arye a visit. Oh, if it isn't... What's going on? You're being humorous. Miss Yoon certainly knows the art of conversation. Come, friends, I have some newly made tea from Xiaoying village. Let's brew a pot. Arye, when I was downstairs, I heard that you were going to rebuild the stage, so this day has finally come? This will need a bit more consideration. Oh, a bit more consideration. Speaking of which, do you know who I visited in the Shinsei village today? You can just directly tell me that you went to see Ryoshin again. Good guess. Granny Ryoshin was asking about Heiyu Tea House, and I told her that everything was the same as when she was young. And she said... What did she say? Oops, I forgot what she said. You seem to have good memory, but why does it have to fail on this particular day with something so important? Forget it. She'll be happy with things remaining as they were. Young people are always after new things, and have little respect for the past. All you know is forcing me to rebuild the stage. The more I explain, the more you'll find me annoying. Please don't get mad, Arye. Let's have tea, and I shall brew some. And Mr. Liyue, could I trouble you to bring me some tea? Miss Yoon, I was wondering why Arye refused to build a new stage despite all its benefits. Now I see why. Thanks for your clever choice of topic. I understand his nostalgia. Yes, I really do. But I didn't expect him to have held on to that for decades. Now we know the reason behind it. This is an old story, but since you're involved, I guess it won't hurt to tell you. Ben Arye used to be an opera singer when he was young, and he often performed together with Granny Ryoshin. They would usually play a couple. Perhaps Arye wanted it to be real. But Granny Ryoshin had feelings for someone else. Later, she grew tired of stage performance and then decided to go to Shinsei village with the one she loved. But that person didn't make it to Shinsei village with Granny Ryoshin, leaving her to live alone in the village ever since. Knowing that, I often visit her. Arye would ask me about her from time to time. I can tell that he still cares for Granny Ryoshin. He sees the stage as a symbol of their past and thus doesn't want to tear it down. Since the stage means so much to Arye, he's not going to let us build a new one. Guess all our efforts are wasted. That's not necessarily the case. I have a way to change his mind. Give me some time, Mr. Liyue. Really? As long as the stage gets repaired, I'll be in your debt, Miss Yoon. I won't ask for too much. Please tell Ring of Raining Blades to its very end. You can join me if you want. Sweet. Tea House has collaborated with the Yunhan Opera Troupe for decades. Miss Yoon would naturally feel more approachable around us. No problem. I'll make some time and tell the story just for you. Alright, now that we've finished the tea, it's time to talk to Arye. Arye, when we were drinking tea, I suddenly remembered what Granny Ryoshin told me. Oh, what did she say? She said, Arye always loves to make things difficult for himself. I feel sad about it. She truly understands me. But it seems that she doesn't miss the old stage. I'm the only person who can't let go. What a fool was I to be so obsessed with this stage. Alright, you can rebuild it as you want. It's a touching thing to have kept that stage for so many years. I don't find it foolish at all. Please don't think of it that way. The stage must be rebuilt, but we mustn't damage what Arye wants to preserve in memory. So you finally made your decision. Great, I'll start working right away. Here, take a look at my blueprint. The grand stage on the Jade Chamber was built based on it. According to this design, we need to tear down the walls on the two sides, and let's not get ahead of ourselves. I think we need to repair the stage instead of building something entirely new. Since the problem is caused by the squeaky wood floor, why don't we repair the floor first? As for the rest, we can talk about it later. What do you think, Mr. Liyue? So long as the stage won't affect performance, I have no objections to Mr. Yoon and Arye's arrangements. Is that all you want? So you don't need me to build a new stage? I agree, Miss Yoon's idea is a good one. As it happens, we don't need to buy the planks. We can find some at the docks. May I trouble you to bring me the planks? I'll pay you for everything in full later. Sure. Alright then, leave everything to me. These planks would do. I'll start right away. Nice, the stage has been repaired. Young man, since you've traveled all the way from Jinsei village to here, how much should I pay you? Thought it'd be a big job, yet I only had to repair a few planks. That wasn't much trouble. I'm new in this line of job, so I won't ask for too much. 2 meals worth of mora would do. That makes 8,000 in total. That's a fair price. Good, but I can only offer 2,000 more. What? Why don't you just ask me to do it for free? This is area for you. He has a 50-50 principle, you know? Well, it means 50% off first, and then 50% off again. You need 75% off in total. It's rather, economical. Oh my, your boss is really stingy. We only repaired a few planks. I'll offer 2,000, not a single more. Guess I'll have to take it since this is my first commission. Remember to put in a good word for Famu carpenters with your audience. You can count on me. And my young friend here, thanks to you, too. You'll be handsomely paid. How about this blueprint? Look at all the details. It must be worth a fortune. To run a tea house, I have to pinch pennies here and there. Miss Yoon, you solved the problem for me on your visit. How should I thank you? That won't be necessary. I'm glad that I was able to help. I wanted to invite Jingyan to go to a rock and roll performance. Oh, you need me to do some explaining for you while you go to the show, right? Don't say that. I just haven't seen my friend Xinyan for some time now, and miss her very much, that's all. The people from the Yunhan Opera Troupe asked about my whereabouts. Please. Got it. I have the answer ready. Oh, you're asking about Miss Yoon. She came to visit Xinyan, and they did embroidery together. That's what I'm going to tell them. Do you like this one? Yes, I do. Then it's decided then.